Air motor flywheel. Hi, Joe Cerrone. We're going to model this flywheel for the air motor. If we take a look at the drawing, what we're going to do is we're going to model this on the right side, and essentially we'll just create the circular shape, the boss extrusion, we'll extrude cut a hole through the center, and then in order to get the geometry that we need to put the threaded hole on the side, we're going to create a plane, and that plane is going to be offset the radius of this 0.875 hole. And what we'll do is we'll just put a sketch there from the midpoint so that we're able to then use the hole wizard to cut a hole in it, which will be a 1/4-20 tapped hole. And actually we'll just use the hole wizard to cut that, because we would chase that down with a tap. Alright, so let's get started. File, new, part drawing, okay, plain white, document properties, units, inches. I'm going to dial this up. Okay. Right plane, start a sketch. Take a look at our drawing here. We need a 2-inch diameter, and then we'll calculate out (1.25 minus 0.375). And so this will be an extrusion thickness of 0.75, extrude boss. Alright, let's get started. Create a circle. Two-inch diameter. Features, extrude, 0.75. I'm going to reverse it. Green check mark. Flip it over to the back. Select that face, sketch. Glide over to the origin. That's going to be 0.875 diameter. And then we're going to extrude that 0.375, extrude boss. Green check mark. We'll cut a hole through the center. Letter W drill. And so they want us to look up that size. We may be able to get that through the hole wizard, but so a letter W drill size will be 0.386. We'll select this face, sketch, circle, glide over to that center, smart dimension, 0.386. Green check mark, features, extrude cut, through all. Green check mark. Alright, and so we have everything except for the hole for the side. And what we're going to do is we're going to right click on the front plane and show that plane, go to reference geometry, and then we're going to create a plane, and that plane is going to be right to the edge of this 0.875 diameter circle. And so we'll create that plane at 4.4375, which will bring it right here. So we can just hold the control key and select the plane and drag that off, and it'll automatically go into our plane creation geometry, and we'll set that value for 0.4375. And then we'll green check mark that. And then we'll work on that plane, and so we can start a sketch on it. And we'll create a center line right from the midpoint here. Hit escape. We'll use the hole wizard. We'll go to features. We have to complete the sketch first. Now we can activate the hole wizard. And like I said earlier, we're going to use the cosmetic threads for this hole. It's faster, it works just as well, and we can always tap it with a regular tap if we decide to prototype it. So we'll go to hole wizard. We'll select threaded hole, straight tap. That's going to be a 1/4-20, and so we'll go here. We're going to make sure that we have a tapping tool. Doesn't matter if it's bottom tapping or tapped hole. I'm just going to leave it at bottom tapping hole. Dial in the size. 1/4-20 is very common thread size. The end condition, as we look at it, we can calculate that it was 0.4375 between the planes, and then I would say we could make that a 1/2 inch. And just make sure that we get that geometry all the way through it, and we'll see it as we go through and create that hole. We'll go to the position tab, and then we'll select this line right here, there we go. I'm going to put it on there right about there. Green check mark. So it didn't really like that. It looks like it wants more, another line. Let's see if it'll take it now. Still getting rebuild errors. So I'm going to escape on that. Cancel out of it. And I'm going to go back to this sketch, and I'm going to see if maybe I can add another line to it. And so let's see if we can put another construction line, if it will like that. And then we'll locate that 0.187.5. And we could put a point just to see if we can tighten that up even more. Right there. Alright, let's try putting that in again. We'll go to our features. We'll complete that sketch. We'll go to our features, Hole Wizard. It remembers all the information that we just dialed in. And so now we can go to the Position tab, and then we can see if we can get that on here. There we go. So here's our point. And again, we're getting those rebuild errors. And I'm not sure exactly if it's because I've got an internal or an external. Let's take one more look at it. Let's go back to the type. And since it's getting to the point where I could just create a regular circular shape for that, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to create a sketch. On that plane, with a diameter of 0.25. And then we'll extrude cut that. 0.5. Green check mark. If we want, we can give this a color. And we'll go with green. Save the file. And that completes this video.